This is some of the risks of Islamic letter of credit. First is risk related to cargo, second is fraud risk, third is risk of issuing banks negligence. First is risk related to cargo. Dishonest sellers may take advantage of distance to ship goods of inferior quality and less quantity. Therefore, the letter of credit risk for the buyer is that he may expedite the amount of the credit to the bank so that the latter will pay it to the beneficiary. The reason behind this issue is the fact that the letter of credit contract is deal with document, not goods.
The next risk of Islamic letter of credit is fraud risk. Fraud in letter of credit represents unlawful action committed either by seller or buyer to obtain financial benefit by taking advantage from the loophole in letter of credit mechanism, thereby resulting in economic loss to either applicant or beneficiary. Fraud committed by the beneficiary is the most dangerous and widespread fraud worldwide, which result in overwhelming effects on the applicant. However, the development of new fraud forms has resulted in a growing number of legal cases in which sellers can be fraud victims also. There are some scenarios that could lead to fraud in letter of credit. The first one is letter of credit working system can be a good motivation to a fraudulent beneficiary to defraud the applicant by presenting a compliance documents to the bank, but these documents are not in a compliance with the terms and conditions of the underlying contract of sales. The seller shipped goods of less quantity or low quality, while sometimes ships garbage, filling their containers with useless things. After that, the fraudulent beneficiary obtains payment from the issuing or conforming bank and disappears before the cargo reaches the port of destination. Second scenario is in letter of credit. The beneficiary has to submit the required documents to the issuing bank or to the confirming, negotiating, or advising bank. In the same time, the beneficiary has to send the required documents to the applicant in order to advise him regarding name of ship and time of arrival to the port of destination. Fraudulent applicant can forge the original documents received from the beneficiary, present them to the carrier upon the arrival of the ship at the port of destination, and get the delivery order of releasing the cargo, leaving the bank with the obligation to pay the beneficiary the value of the goods.
Lastly, the risk in the Islamic letter of credit is risk of issuing bank negligence. This risk happens if the issuing bank depends only on the document checking mechanism of the conforming and negotiating bank. This could lead to send problematic document to the applicant. As a result, the applicant can face the risk of not receiving the release order from the carrier because of presenting problematic document. This could lead to a devastating effectiveness. The bank has already honored the presentation because if the bank already pays, there is almost no possibility to restitute the money from the beneficiary. So, the buyer cannot obtain the release order from the carrier because of the problematic document.